Hello everybody and welcome to another All Maverick reaction with me, Alan and Jez.
Hello.
We are back, more House of Dragons, Jez. Episode 8.
Yes.
Lords of the Tides.
It's got a lot lived up to. It's my favourite episode last week.
Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, Lords of the Tides. That's a name.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, maybe I don't need to put the Game of Thrones bit at the start, but you know,
Yeah.
that's an entire essay right there. Well, should we get into
Let's do it.
Okay, so this is House of the Dragon, Episode 8, Lords of the Tides. Right, you ready?
Yep.
Let's go in 3, 2, 1, go.
It's been near 6 years since I last saw my lord husband, Maester. I must know.
So another 6 years?
Okay, yeah.
Neck was slashed.
Or...
Yeah, 6 years, I think.
Dagger. He fell overboard into the sea. The wound was severe. Much blood was lost.
Oh, so Corlys is
Concern is the fever that followed.
gone.
I love my brother. But we must be honest with ourselves. We may greet his ship to find him gone. And who will take the driftwood throne? I am the sea snake's own blood. The closest kin he has left.
Be careful, good brother. None can take your words for treason.
Off with his fucking head.
My cousin the king would have your tongue for this.
But it's not a king who sits the Iron Throne these days, good sister.
It's a head.
It's a queen.
I think they're talking about Corlys, aren't they?
No, he was... Because he was saying the king would have your head, aren't they? And they're saying, well, the king's not in charge anymore. Because he's f***ing nothing left of him.
Dragonstone.
Yeah, I mean, there's basically, like, very few, like, actually Velaryons left, isn't there, in this regard? Like, they've been hit pretty hard. Or, like, directly within the main house.
Is this climbing down there?
Must be one of the boys, mustn't it? Yeah.
That's Daemon.
If it's been another 6 years and Kristen is still looking as useful as ever, that guy won't have aged in like 18 years at this point. No, even longer. Since the first series, that guy won't have aged in like 20 years.
Dranyot, Velinio, Viartis.
I don't expect you to learn High Valyrian in a day, Jace.
A king should honor the traditions of his forebears.
Well, unless you're planning to depose your own mother, you have plenty of time to study.
Has the Viper's venom spread so far?
Those vipers rule in my father's name. And my father...
Oh,
Right.
Preggers.
How much longer is... Yeah. How much longer can Viserys possibly have in him? It's gotta be said.
If they're going to wheel him in a wheelchair, aren't they? He's going to have no arms, legs.
It's gonna be a head on a chair. I've told you. Like you said, it's gonna be like Futurama.
A warm welcome.
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
I would say it's nice to be home, but I scarcely recognize it.
Which we exploit those is contingent.
It's like a very different place.
She's sitting at the head of the table.
Of which,
Yeah.
indeed.
We shall hear Princess Rhaenyra
Off with his head.
with those of the other claimants on the morrow. We do beg your pardon, my lords. Must greet our guests.
I don't like the Greens. Decided.
A matter has arisen that requires your attention.
Whatever it is, Sir Eric, you need to wait.
It's about the prince. There's been a delicate situation in his apartments.
Oh. Here, groaning. Oh, fucking hell.
Jesus. Just smother me with a pillow. Jez, if I'm ever like that, Just put me down, mate, okay?
Is that even the same actor?
Yeah, we can hear it as well. Sounds like it.
My king. Rhaenyra. I'm here with Daemon.
That's going to cheer him up, isn't it?
Help me up.
Oh. We've still got an arm.
Maybe that's good. Yeah, that arm's held on well.
Oh god, he looks so ill.
To be fair, he's made it about 15 years further than I thought he would.
He's taken a grave wound in battle in the Stepstones. Brother, listen to me. You are to affirm your position for Lucerys, to be Corlys Velaryon's successor.
It's like, just leave me alone, mate.
There's someone we wish to introduce you to.
Oh god, look at the state of him.
Father.
He's got blonde hair.
This is Aegon.
Aegon.
Oh, shit, it's twin.
And this is Viserys.
Another Aegon. That makes life easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'd be like just crying if I was a baby looking at that. Give you nightmares.
I'm sorry.
God, so it was 6 years when this episode started, and these are not babies.
Please.
Wait, were these kids? Sorry, did I miss it? Were these kids they've already?
I'm just thinking the same. Is it?
Or is she still pregnant with like another one?
Maybe she's pregnant with another one.
We need a wide shot.
I brought her here immediately. She's seen no one else, Your Grace. I asked him to stop, Your Grace. He did. Truly. You must believe me.
Believe you.
Oh, you're going to get done in.
You were alone with the prince, were you not?
God, you're in trouble,
You
love.
know what happens to girls like that.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Your troubles.
Oh, isn't that pregnant killing stuff, is it?
Aegon, get up!
No, Mum.
How can you keep carrying on like this, especially on a day like today?
Why? What is it today?
You are no son of mine.
Not the best wake-up call.
Princess Rhaenyra and Prince Daemon.
No, she's pregnant still.
Okay.
So long
wow.
since we were
Jesus.
granted the joy of your presence.
Oh, there's a scar from
Indeed.
the fight.
Your Grace.
I do not rule, as you well know. My father and I are mere stewards of the king's will and wisdom.
And how exactly is that wisdom expressed? In blinks and wheezes?
Which authority will sit in judgment of my son's claim on his own inheritance?
That would be mine. And the hands. But be assured the father is just and commands me to forget the accusations you have held in this room today.
It looks exactly the same. Oh, Luke, come on.
Oh, is it going to be a take two on the fight?
Yeah.
Oh, look, there you go. Thingy hasn't.
Yeah.
He's
Christian,
same.
he's the same still.
Oh, he's grown into a bit of a.
He looks a lot bigger
Yeah.
than them.
Okay, he's the warrior of the group then.
We're winning tourneys in no time. I don't give a about tourneys. Nephews? Have you come to train?
Oh god, he's a psycho. He looks a psycho.
He
See it in his
looks
eyes.
like a full-on nut job. Oh, you see it in his eyes? See it in his eyes,
that's what I
surely.
mean. Oh, what's he here for?
He does look a lot. He does look a lot like Daemon, though.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Rhaenyra.
So between her and Daemon, they've currently got
She's done well as your
6 children. Going for the 7th.
admirably.
Yeah.
Honor me.
I wondered for many an hour what your purpose was in coming here. Whether you'd speak for or against the suit brought by Sir Vaemond. But then I realized you intend to advocate for yourself. back Luke's claim and let us betroth Laena's children to mine. Baela will be queen of the 7 kingdoms, and her sons will be heirs to the throne.
A generous offer. Or a desperate one.
This family tree is getting interwound.
You can bargain with me all you like, but tomorrow the High Towers land their first blow. They force you to your knees, and I must stand alone.
Oh, it's getting desperate for her, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Song of Ice and Fire, do you believe it to be true? You told me it was our duty to hold the realm united against a common foe. But in naming me heir, you divided the realm. If you wish me to bear it, then defend me. And my children.
Just let me sleep. Probably the best Targaryen, as in, like, for being a good man, but maybe not the best king. But he's had a good shot at it for the fact that he's... I mean, look at him.
Oh, gnarly.
Me. 8 o'clock in the morning is too early for that, Jess.
Want to have supper, Otto?
It is the morning, Your Grace.
Tonight.
I want supper anyway.
The whole of my family are gathered at the Red Keep. I want us to dine together.
Mate, have you not seen how your parties go? No.
That's what I'm like when I get up in the morning, though, to be fair.
I can imagine that, Jez.
Yeah, this is literally me
Sitting
in
there
the
like
morning. God, look at that throne. It's insane.
The Crown will now hear the petitions. Sir Vaemond of House Velaryon.
For as long as House Targaryen has ruled the skies, House Velaryon has ruled the seas. I have spent my entire life on Driftmark defending my brother's seat. I am Lord Corlys' closest kin, his own blood. The true, unimpeachable blood of House Velaryon runs through my veins.
As it does in my sons, the offspring of Rhaenyra Velaryon.
They look just like him. They look just like their grandfather.
This is a matter of blood, not ambition.
Thank you, Sir Vaemond. Princess Rhaenyra, you may now speak for your son, Lucerys Velaryon.
Go in this favor.
Oh. There's a series making... Oh, here he comes. Look at this. It looks like a necromancer, but he's coming.
How's he walking?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a pretty cool mask.
Oh, yeah.
Can't believe he's walking in.
I'd like to know how old he's actually going to be at this point.
I will sit the throne today. Your Grace.
Some form of...
Yeah, he's put you in your place.
Oh, Jesus.
You can step at a time, mate. Oh, the crown's come off.
I said I'm fine.
Is it his brother? Yeah.
Come on.
It's quite nice them two actually having a moment together and
yeah. Well, because he gave him the crown before, didn't he, for Driftmark? But it was kind of in a bit of a... Well, not Driftmark, sorry, for the Stepping Stones, but it was in a little bit of a in-your-face kind of way.
I do not understand why petitions are being heard over a settled succession. The only one present who might offer keener insight into Lord Corlys' wishes is the Princess Rhaenys.
Indeed, Your Grace.
oh, don't do it.
It was ever my husband's will that Driftmark pass through Sir Laenor to his true-born son, Lucerys Velaryon. His mind never changed, nor did my support of him. As a matter of fact, the Princess Rhaenyra just informed me of her desire to marry her sons Jace and Luke to Lord Corlys' granddaughters, Baela and Rhaenyra. A proposal which I heartily...
She looks right about it.
Well, the matter settled. Again.
Again.
Yet you dare tell me who deserves to inherit the name Velaryon?
Mate, you need to be careful.
Allow it. Do not forget yourself, Daemon.
Off its head.
Her children are
Oh, there we go.
Oh, shit.
And she is a
Oh,
Absolutely throwing down.
Will have your tongue for that.
Whoa!
Call the maesters!
Father?
I did not expect Daemon just to behead him straight away.
Yeah.
Off.
Oh.
No.
You may wish to leave the Silent Sisters to their work. It is ill luck to look upon the face of death.
I think she's seen it quite a lot.
Dangerous visited me more times than I can count, Grand Maester.
Shit.
Oh, there we go. Now we got the chair.
Yeah. Seriously, if they've been giving him steroids,
I know, he's like, when you compare him to all the other kids, he's
all the other ones. He's twice the size of them.
This is an occasion for celebration, it seems. My grandsons, Jace and Luke, will marry their cousins, Baela and Rhaenyra.
Well too old for him.
Between our houses. It both gladdens my heart and fills me with sorrow to see these faces around the table. The faces most dear to me in all the world, yet grown so distant from each other in the years past.
No. You're about to put everyone off their dinner?
He's like, look at me. Off.
Oh.
You know.
My own face is no longer a handsome one. Tonight, I wish you to see me as I am, who may not, it seems, walk for much longer among you.
I think we've been thinking that for years, mate. You probably outlived the rest of them.
The crown cannot stand strong if the House of the Dragon remains divided. But set aside your grievances, if not for the sake of the crown, and for the sake of this old man who loves you all so dearly.
You lot have all made his life in misery.
I wish to raise my cup to Her Grace the Queen. I love my father, but I must admit that no one has stood more loyally by his side than his good wife. And for that, she has my gratitude. And my apology.
Your graciousness moves me deeply, Princess. We have more in common than we sometimes allow.
It's hard to remember they used to be like
yeah,
best
I know.
buds.
It seems a long time ago, doesn't it?
You will make a fine queen.
Oh, she said it.
Maybe we need to play the long game, hey? Like, you know, not rule for now, like look for your descendants and stuff. Wow, this seems to be going all right now. Oh, Aegon's getting on it.
What's he about to say?
I regret the disappointment you're soon to suffer. But if you ever wish to know what it is to be well satisfied, all you have to do is ask.
Oh.
Look at the size of him.
Yeah, he's a f***ing machine.
Well done, my boy.
I would like to toast Baela and Rhaenyra. They'll be married soon.
Oh,
so
he's married to his sister, isn't he? That was it.
Except sometimes when he's drunk.
Daemon laughing there.
Let us have some music.
I forgot he was meant to be marrying her. Because Aemon was jealous. He was like, I would marry her.
He's like thinking, I can go now. They're all smiling and happy.
But for how long?
Oh, I thought he was dead there. I thought he was dead.
I thought when they moved, he was going to be like. Guys chipped in twice and saved the day twice in this episode. Like, he's done all right. He's done all right.
He's like,
as soon as he goes out, they all start shanking each other.
Oh, there we go.
Oh shit.
Final tribute. Each of them handsome, wise, strong.
Amen.
Come. Let us drain our cups to these 3
So it's actually 7 kids.
strong
isn't it?
boys.
I dare you to say that again.
Why? It was only a compliment. Do you not think yourself strong?
oh dear. Oh dear.
Why would you say such a thing before these people?
I was merely expressing how proud I am of my family, Mother. Though it seems my nephews aren't quite as proud of theirs.
Wait!
Damon's like, talk to me like that. God, they're so similar, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Rhaenyra.
I think I recognise the actor who's playing the young Aemon,
Right.
like Aemon, but I can't think who he is.
Let me see the children home. I'll, return on Dragonback.
The king and I would both like that.
Seems to be quite genuine there, Alison.
Yeah.
You know, the king's not around, and
They seem to have just managed to put the differences behind them.
Okay, who's this?
That's the thingy woman, isn't it? The one who gets all the who gets the information.
It's been quite a night at the castle, it seems. Yes, lady.
No way he survives this episode. But then again, we've only got a couple of minutes left, so maybe.
I'm sorry. What you wanted to know, if I believe it to be true, the Song of Ice and Fire, it is true. What he saw in the north, the prince that was promised to unite the realm against the cold and the dark. It is you. You are the one.
Didn't fully decipher what he was saying there.
I don't know, talking about the prince that's promised to like unite the realm being Aegon, I think, but
I understand, my king.
No more.
what was it he said there?
I
And
think he said no more.
My love.
What? Finally?
Was that
I think
it?
that's him done.
Was that it for
Viserys? Finally out
Was
his
that
misery.
for Viserys?
Oh dear.
Jesus. Wow. Another bit of a time jump there.
6 years.
Another 6 years. What did you think of this one?
I
Did you
enjoyed it.
enjoy
Yeah. I like. You know, it was. Yeah, there was a lot of more court stuff going on in here, wasn't it? More, you know.
Yeah, we were kind of back to a lot of the
in-house fighting and diplomatic side of it, which I quite liked. Everyone just linked their position for the Driftwood, really.
Old Aemond Velaryon, I kind of get his problem, right? Like, you know, like I can get why he was like raging so much, because like he was just watching. You could see that he was just trying to go with what was best for his family, whereas, and it was very clear that those are not his nephews.
Yeah.
And he just wants the Velaryon line to continue, but Corlys wasn't that bothered. He didn't care about the blood. He just cared about the name. Whereas for Aemond, the blood and the name were the same thing. I got to say, that little scene where he hasn't had a lot of scenes in this, Corlys' brother, but I thought he stole the show in that bit when he was kicking off about.
He did well.
Yeah.
You know, it's good. And I did not expect the beheading.
And then Daemon just took his head off.
Did not expect it. I expected Viserys maybe to have him arrested for treason. Maybe
treason,
then that will kick off some sort of more of an in-house fighting along those lines. But
no, they dealt with it there and then.
Daemon just took the sword to his head.
I like how he was like obviously wanting to say, and then Daemon's like, you know, like under his breath he's like, say it, God.
Well, Daemon knew if he said it was
it.
treason, didn't he? And Daemon knew what he was doing there.
But he doubled down. He doubled
he
down.
Screamed
he
out.
Jesus, or whatever it was he shouted.
Yeah.
And then just whop off with the top half of his head. Yeah. So the Velaryons, like there's not really many left. There's only the two girls.
Yeah, well, Corlys is still alive, isn't he?
Corlys, but he's got what they've been saying is blood fever.
So Corlys is still alive, but we're not sure what's going to happen with him. We're presuming he's probably going to die, or we're not going to see him again, or we might make a comeback. And then Laenor's
the
gone.
Only direct.
So...
Yeah. Oh yeah, I suppose Laenor is still alive. Yeah,
I suppose from a show point of view, he's
Yeah.
gone and dead, isn't he?
Yeah, but there's only the two granddaughters, the only Velaryon bloodline left. We also, right at the beginning, Syrax had laid 3 eggs, which for them must be a good sign, right? Because they have 2 more sons, and she's pregnant again. There's a lot of, I wrote down a lot of wives ruling for their husbands in this episode, because, you know, we saw Alicent ruling for Viserys, and we saw
Rhaenyra.
Yeah, her. And she's obviously ruling for. I mean, she feels like she should just be at this point, right? I think they're like, why didn't we just make?
I think she'd been queen at the beginning. She's actually quite a real strong character within this, within this series. She seems quite level-headed and seems to know how it all works. But I like her. I like her character.
Well, actually,
she did.
Well, I said to you, didn't I?
I was just about to say she did Rhaenyra good in the end. You know, after that offer.
Yeah.
I was unsure whether she was going to actually stand up for her or not, or make her own claim.
It was good getting to see Viserys turn up at the court. He even got his little diss in where he was like, "Well, that's been decided again."
Yeah, I like that bit. That was good.
Paddy Constantine has been really good throughout the show. Like he's a good man, not necessarily always a good king, but he's a good man. But I think he has I think what he's really good at is the combination of of showing that wanting to do what's best for his family, you know, being a good man, but not necessarily a great king, but also he's really good at pulling off. Just stop them.
Yeah, we say he's not a great king, but I think for in this episode, it just showed how
he had 2 strong moments.
2 very strong moments. You know, it was perceived, obviously, you know, with him coming into court and actually owning his original decisions and having that made again. And then obviously bringing the family, to bring the family back together at the end. I think, you know, Alicent and Rhaenyra seem to have made up. Let's just go to Aemond. What roids has he been on?
Oh yeah, he's twice the size of everybody else.
Even Aegon, who's you know, as far as Alicent and Otto are concerned, should be the heir, but he's the older brother. He looks tiny compared to. Aemond's gone into full-on beast mode. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to read into the books or anything.
No,
you know, I'm
no.
trying to avoid reading into the history of it, but he looks like he's going to cause them some...
Apart from a couple of comments that were made in Game of Thrones by characters in that, I know nothing about what's happening now. I don't know where it ends up or where they go.
Yeah, well, you know where it ends up, right? As in, like, we know that we come down to only a couple of Targaryens.
Oh yeah. No, I know that,
there.
but I don't know how it gets there. Yeah.
We know we get to the Mad King eventually. But one thing actually that I wanted to just say about Viserys as well, whilst you were talking about him having like a couple of strong moments that I wrote down, that there was actually a few episodes back, he was talking about how he'd be remembered as king, and he was happy that he was king, a king who ruled over a peaceful time, but at the same time he wished he'd been tested. You know, he wished he'd had a moment to sort of test him as king. So I wrote down Viserys wanted to be tested a few episodes ago, and this was almost like his test.
Yeah, and it is a big test. Like, it's just more of a political feud,
and,
because
it's like a fight with yourself almost, like, you know, for his health and for what is right. As a king, has he necessarily made the right decisions there, right? Once he actually had a male heir, should he have gone actually? No.
I think it'd have been life would have been a lot easier if he'd gone with a 14-year-old rather than Alicent.
Yeah. Part of me wonders if it is that he's pushing for her to be queen because he realizes that Thingy would have been a better queen than he is a king.
Yeah.
You know, when he was made king in the first place over...
Yes, yeah, I know what you mean. Over Rhaenyra's.
Princess Rhaenyra's, or whatever the hell her name is. Maybe he realises that she would have been a better queen than he was king, so he's realising that maybe the standard of a male heir, you know, isn't the best option in that regard.
It was a nice moment between him and Daemon when Daemon was helping him up to the throne. I think there was quite a bit of a caring element from Daemon there.
Yeah.
And a lot of respect, which I thought was quite good to see.
I think the last episode it was hard to tell when they met each other again. You couldn't tell if Daemon was kind of like, they were talking about the passage of time, and Daemon was like, well, yeah, we could see how much time has passed for you, like the position you're in, like looking how messed up you are. But it was like it was hard to tell whether it was caring or whether or not it was a little bit of a dig or if it was a little bit of both. But in this, there seemed to be like a genuine kind of like respect for his brother.
A long time had
like,
passed, and I think Daemon seems like he's probably grown as a person. He's, you know, if you look how Aemond is now. And like,
I was about to say, he was Aemond, right?
But if you look at him now, he seems a lot more calm and considered. And I know he chopped off Thingy's head, but that was probably deserved after what he said. But I think when he walked in originally into his chambers and just saw how frail he was, you could see there was a bit of compassion there. And no, I quite like that. It was quite nice to see.
Just for context, right now, because we mentioned this a couple of times during it, as the families stand, right, Alicent has Aegon, Helena,
and Aemond.
Aemond. So she's got the three. On the opposite side,
let's go Daemon first. So Daemon's got the two girls.
He's got the two girls, whose apologies names I can't remember. They're probably Rhaenyra. I think one of them might be. One of them is Rhaenyra. Then you've got Jace, Luke, Joffrey, Aegon, Viserys,
and then one on the way.
And she's pregnant again. So they're at 8 between them. So this generation of children combined, this next generation, there's 11 between them. Shout out to Otto, absolutely his pants when Viserys walked in through the door, and he was like, "I think I'll sit on my throne today. Thanks very much. Cheers, though."
I think he just knew what was coming, didn't he? I think they'd been playing too long of presuming Viserys was never going to get out of bed and play.
Yeah, they were
running it and doing what they wanted, and they had their plan. They knew what they were going to do.
Well, Rhaenyra even mentioned that they'd been taking down all the Targaryen emblems
putting
and
up
stuff, and replacing them with
the
seven. The seven is that's the religion. Remember, it's like the religion that's much more prominent. Rhaenyra did her toast to Alicent, which seemed to kind of reunite things.
The king was out. The king had gone, and then Alicent and Rhaenyra at the end there seemed actually they were quite brought things back. And I thought, well, actually, maybe it seemed genuine. I don't think they had to be genuine without the king there, but with him out the way,
it felt like a touching moment.
It was quite nice. It was quite nice to see.
She said she had to go, and she was like, "Do you have to go so soon?"
But even Otto, when Viserys was looking around, everyone seemed to be happy and stuff. Even he was like smiling and laughing, and because obviously he was having a laugh and a clap at his granddaughter with Jace, who's obviously who he doesn't want on the throne. But it's quite nice to see him put that aside for a short while. I'm guessing it's going to be short-lived, isn't it? I think
I'd imagine so.
Because I don't know what was said Viserys was really saying at the end, but I've got a feeling that Alicent has got that mixed up.
Well, he was talking about the Prequel. So they were talking about the Song of Ice and
but
Fire, which is the idea.
But weren't they talking about? Because they mentioned it earlier, wasn't it like a previous king?
About the
previous King Aegon, who had about the Ice and Fire prediction and stuff.
Yeah, I think
he was talking about him. But I think Alicent thought he was talking about her son.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I'm not entirely sure. I feel like I need to rewatch that.
That's how
I feel like I need to rewatch that scene, and I also need to rewatch the scene where Viserys tells that story, to Rhaenyra in the first episode.
But that's the way that's where I took it from one watch. He was talking about the previous king and his prediction with Ice and Fire, but I think she was talking about she thought of his son. Yeah, she kept saying Prince Aegon and Aegon. What the fucking name is?
There's too many of them. I mean, Rhaenyra's got an Aegon as well now.
So anyway, that's how I think it might have been confused, and whether Alicent's now going to take that as changing her, more determined to get little Ravy boy on the throne. Is clearly a guy that just thinks of his dick, where Aemon clearly thinks of his sword. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Aemon at the end there was literally he was just sat there, wasn't he? Just waiting for a moment to just waiting for something to let him flip out.
Luke, I'd probably be feeling the same, but yeah, it was a really good episode. I've been some
anyway,
good episode.
Yeah, it was
looking
a good
forward
episode.
to the next one. Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we're getting towards the end now. Two episodes left.
2 episodes.
Well, I'm sure. Oh, you know what though? If you go by the Game of Thrones standard, the second episode 9, the second to last episode of the season, is where it all goes mad. We'll see if that goes the same way.
Cool.
Okay, well, thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought about this episode. Obviously, you will, but I'll say it anyway. Pick up all the things we've got wrong there, because we clearly. But no spoilers. I saw somebody try to spoil a load of stuff last episode, and I had to delete the comment without looking at it. But thanks for that. Remember, you can also head over to allmaverick.com, where you can check out our videos, our blogs, and our podcasts. You can go to twitch.tv/allmavericklive on Tuesday and Thursday evening. We're playing some of our favourite games. And if you want to check out our merch, go to allmaverickmerch.com. We have some House of the Dragon merch.
I'm waiting for my House of the Dragon hoodie to arrive.
There we go. Jez will be wearing that next week. You'll be able to see
hopefully.
it. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. And we'll
thanks
see you
everyone.
Next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye all.